What's up, hoop heads? It's your boy Skinny Hardaway, and this is Retro Heat Check, checking in one more time with my hoop heads, the real hoop heads out there. You already know what it is, man. Putting it down for you guys, man. I know it's been a couple of weeks, man. It's been a rough couple of weeks for your boy, but I'm here to tap in. Just tapping in one time. It's been a wild, crazy couple of weeks since I had last dropped anything. Ended up going down to Florida for a few days and for the football game, and had a great time. Came back, got sick. I don't know, maybe one of the little kids on the flight or something got me a little under the weather, and on top of that, not having a voice, so I was really doubly down bad on that from all that screaming and yelling at the football game. And then basically over the weekend, we had windstorms coming through, and, I guess a little bit of residue from the hurricanes along the coast. I guess we got some of that brush back, and where we at in the state of Ohio, man, is known as Tornado Alley. So any kind of windstorm, any tornado, anything like that, we're gonna catch it. And yeah, we caught it. We caught one pretty tough, man. Yeah, got some trees down. It's my neighbors, right directly behind my house. Yeah, power, lines down. As you can see, there's lines down. All kinds of stuff, man. Just that hadn't had power the last few days. It's just been, it's been crazy. I mean, been all right. Had a generator going on, you know what I'm saying? So was able to, have a few things, but, had to still conserve that stuff. So couldn't really, to be all the way honest, doing videos just wasn't on my mind during that, because it was just very frustrating to be in the dark. No internet, no any of that. It sucked, it sucked. It was like a race against time. You didn't want like food to spoil in the refrigerator, all that good stuff. But thankfully, things are starting to get back to normal. But over during these past couple of weeks, man, we lost some icons, man. We lost some big names, and we lost a lot as far as like just people that kind of shaped society, shaped my childhood, probably shaped your childhood if you're of a certain age. But just with the loss of Dikembe Mutombo, on top of losses of guys like James Earl Jones and Pete Rose, who up here in Ohio, he's almost like, I mean, he's up there. He's up there as one of the greats of the state with his passing. And then lost John Amos earlier today. It just seems like we're starting to lose a lot of our icons. It seems like we're starting to lose a lot of people that it's you don't really think about that type of stuff, but then when you sit back and you think of what that person was known for, and it comes to certain TV shows or certain events or certain just certain achievements or whatever, man. And when it came to Dikembe Mutombo, I started thinking about the first time that he came into my consciousness, and I was probably about 10. Being a Georgetown fan, and at that time a early Georgetown fan. I didn't really know too much about the players at the time, because I just liked the logo. I liked the colors. I was one of those kids. but I knew that they played great basketball. And at the time, this was when Dikembe Mutombo, Lonzo Mourning, all those guys was on the same team, and I just really thought that African dude, man, he sure does block a lot of shots. All he did was block shots, rebound, and dunk on people. And I was like, it's cool, but his defense was made him the standout, and that became his calling card throughout his career. Man, it's just you think about, this is what channels like myself and sports and fitness rants and Uncommon Sense and Uncut Hoops and Angry O Hoops and Kobe Bryant film, such and such, so and so, all these guys within the squad that I always name. It just like, our channels exist because we want to continue to give these people their flowers while they're still here, and champion their greatness while they're still here, because once they're gone, then that's when everybody wants to be like, oh man, I was such a fan, and RIP, and blah 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 blah. But when they were around, you was calling them a plumber and all that type of stuff. So there's a lot of hypocrites going on around here. But needless to say, channels like mine exist and others exist because we want to, we definitely want to extend our respects and give flowers and give respect. That's what this is all about. When we lose such titans of certain industries, you definitely feel it. And Dikembe Mutombo, definitely his presence will definitely be missed, especially in the continent of Africa. His initiatives from way back in the 90s, helped spread basketball into, parts of Africa in which the game really did not penetrate. And a lot of those players that you may see today have come from a lot of those Dikembe Mutombo camps in various parts of the continent. He, along with Hakeem Olajuwon, definitely spread the game worldwide, continent-wide, within the African continent and throughout the world, their initiatives, because they definitely wanted to highlight the plights and difficulties that their people go through, and plead their case to the world, and have basically to spread awareness and ask for aid. And they definitely helped in a lot of those measures through the game of basketball. Dikembe Mutombo definitely was a titan of his industry. An NBA legend, one of the greatest defensive players ever, the finger wag, the no, that Cookie Monster voice, that when he would speak, that big laughter, how he and Michael Jordan had their little friendly rivalry throughout the years, and culminated with Michael Jordan finally getting his dunk on Mount Mutombo after many of tries throughout the years to get Mount Mutombo and being denied. So, he definitely has his place. He has his place in sneaker history as well. The Dikembe Mutombo Adidas, fire, one of the greatest Adidas sneakers ever, one of the greatest sneakers of the 90s. I highlighted that a few weeks ago on Q&A with Skinny a few weeks ago. Big shouts to Jessica from Motor and Mouse Ball for requesting the Dikembe Mutombo commercial. But yeah, Dikembe Mutombo, man, one of the greatest, man, one of our biggest icons. It just sucks. It just sucks that we are. I feel like I'm losing so many key people from my childhood that that shaped, shaped a lot of my favorite movies and TV shows, and sports memories and things such as that. You don't really realize these things until the day that their lives transition over to the other side. We always know, and we're always told, that we all have a day, we all have a date, in which our spirit gives out within our body, and we move on to the next realm of existence, wherever that may be. If you believe in that if you believe in that or not, whether you believe in heaven or reincarnation, whatever you may believe in, but it doesn't make it any less sad, because so many memories they've created amongst the legions of people that enjoy watching them play or watching them act or watching them sing or whatever that they may be famous for or known for. But when that light is extinguished, in the physical form, thankfully their art and their game and their memories, they live on. Thankfully, we're in the age of the digital age where you can definitely pop in a YouTube video or a DVD or a streaming site or whatever. You can watch the TV shows or listen to the music or watch the games of greats that are no longer here. Just know that, when we discuss the past NBA players and things such as that, just know that it's all about paying respects. It's all about giving flowers while they're still here, because when they're gone, and they're not here to listen and hear the love being shared in the physical. And that's what it's all about. Because it's always one thing to say, rest in peace, and I'm a fan, and this, that, and the third. It's easy to say that. But if we show our respects and give our props to those that actually have produced greatness within society, within certain industries, definitely give them their flowers. You don't need to denigrate and disrespect them, because they definitely contributed to what you enjoy today, regardless whether it's music, sports, film, politics, whatever arena. You gotta, there's always somebody who came before, who put down their bricks, who gave their 10,000 hours of expertise to a certain field, and you got to respect that. So calling guys plumbers, calling Dikembe Mutombo a plumber, or saying that he was a dinosaur and all this type of stuff. Like, no, Dikembe Mutombo was a building block in which a lot of you enjoy today. He spread the game over to his people. He made sure that his legacy would live on once the game, once his time in the game was up. And it's crazy because I saw Sports and Fitness Rants he put up a picture of Dikembe Mutombo when he was on the ground, on the floor, in the old Key Arena, with the ball screaming, because the 8th seed Denver Nuggets just knocked off the top seeded Seattle Supersonics in the first round of the NBA playoffs. Never, ever, ever happened before. first 8 seed to ever do that. That was one of many accomplishments, but one of the, I would say probably one of his most lasting memories. That moment of seeing that absolute joy of him, the mountain, they called him Mount Matumbo, the mountain climbing an even bigger mountain, you know, and that was the Seattle Supersonics in that playoff series. Because not a lot of people gave that Denver team, you know, although they were talented, they were super talented. They had Dikembe, you had Abdul Rauf, you had LaFonso Ellis, you had Rodney Rogers, Robert Pack. I mean, they had a nice team, but yeah, they did the improbable. I mean, this was Seattle with George Karl, you know, Sean Kemp at the top of his powers, Gary Payton, you know, this is, you know, Detlef Schrempf. This is Seattle, you know. This isn't Seattle, you know, 96, you know. I would say that's the best Seattle, but this one would probably be the second best Seattle team during that era. Was the team that lost in the first round to Dikembe. Roster-wise, they were pretty stacked. But that moment will definitely live on in sports history. Will definitely be a part of Mutombo's legacy. From Georgetown to Denver to Atlanta to Philly to all the other stops in between, and then after to the Congo where he laid down the foundation, spreading the game throughout Africa. I mean, we all thank you for your contribution to society, to the game, to the world. Dikembe Mutombo, definitely we respect you. Definitely, man, it's sad that you're gone, but we definitely thank you for all that you've done, and your legacy will never be forgotten. It's your boy Skinny Hardaway. I know this is a different kind of video. We're gonna continue with the with the Out the East series, continuing with the 1986, 1987. 1986, 1987 Detroit Pistons. Yeah, we're gonna be on. My bad. It's 1987, 1988 Detroit Pistons. We're definitely going to be touching on those guys in the next episode. So be on the lookout for that. This is a different kind of video. I just, you know, just kind of raw, kind of like a raw video. Just a lot of things been going on, and you know, I guess, you know, it kind of, I'm not gonna lie, kind of just dampened the spirit a little bit, because I feel like I was neglecting you guys, but you know, you gotta get back on that horse and ride it. So here I am, you know, Hoop Heads. I'm glad that the Hoop Head Haven was holding it down. I missed you guys, and we'll be back making videos, man. It's your boy Skinny Hardaway, man, signing out, man. You already know what it is, man. I'll leave you with these words. Y'all be good to one another. You already know what it is. Be good to one another. Love on your loved ones. Love on them babies. Tomorrow definitely is not promised. Be kind. Be a helping hand. You know, be a blessing, not a burden. You know, clear head, good intentions in your heart. You go far. Like I said, man, it's your boy Skinny Hardaway. I'll leave you with these 2 words. Peace. And wear your sneakers.